guys, it's LynVanieuy, and today I want to talk to you guys about something that goes on in my brain quite a lot. As I said in my Snap story, I don't know if this is really going to apply to girls. I feel like it mostly applies to guys because seriously, sometimes I think that my brain works more like a guy's than it does a girl's, but either way, let me know down in the comments if you can relate to this at all and if you are the same as me. My cat is rubbing up against the tripod like it's her new best friend. So as some of you guys may know, I have been obsessed with zombies since like as long as I can remember, like years. And if you guys ask me, oh, like, do you love The Walking Dead? Yes, of course I love The Walking Dead, but that's not actually what spawned my zombie obsession. I've been literally obsessed with zombies for forever. I love anything zombie related. I'm like so about that. I'm obsessed. I collect so many like zombie related items. I've dressed up as a zombie so many times for Halloween. Just so about that zombie life. My favorite zombie movies are actually 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later. I love those movies because I seriously think that if zombies were to happen, I think it would be something along those lines where it would be like a created thing that isn't necessarily what you would think zombies to be, but essentially it's zombies. Does that make any sense? I don't know. But today I wanted to tell you guys about my zombie apocalypse plan because I have like 5. This is so embarrassing, but I have a binder full, well, it's not really full, but I sporadically work on it where I like throw in survivalist things and like tips and items and lists. It's a little crazy. And if you guys follow me on Pinterest, which I will have linked in the description down below as always, I have an entire zombie apocalypse plan board on Pinterest full of like safe houses and like materials and lists and just all kinds of shit. It's crazy. As you guys could probably tell, I'm just a little bit obsessed. I don't even know where to start. Essentially, I have like a whole game plan and tips and tricks and ideas, and I honestly feel like a lot of guys, well, not a lot of guys, but I feel like guys would be more likely to think this way. I literally walk in a room and I'm like, what could I use as a weapon if somebody came in and attacked me right now? Or if a zombie apocalypse broke out, what could I grab nearby that would be detrimental or helpful to me? So obviously, I'm gonna tell you guys some of the things you guys should probably think about if a zombie apocalypse or any kind of apocalypse really were to happen. Number 1, guns are great, but they're not the best. Guns will run out of ammo, they will jam, they'll lock, they're hard to reload sometimes, it takes time to reload, they're loud and noisy. I don't care what anybody says. They're just not the best weapon to use in a zombie apocalypse or any kind of apocalypse because the noise will attract sound. And yes, you could use a silencer, but then you have to find a silencer that works for your gun. I'm pretty sure they're not universal. And even so, silencers do not really silence the gun. There's still gonna be noise. It's still gonna make a loud noise. So my recommendation would be to use a sword or a bow and arrow or a crossbow like Michonne and Daryl, because obviously swords don't run out of ammo. The only problem with swords is that they're only gonna be good for close range. So in that event, it would be better to use like a crossbow or a bow and arrow so you can do long range, and then when you can, if you can go and collect your arrows. So if I was getting weapons for the apocalypse, I would definitely invest in a sword or two, a large hunting knife, things like that, katanas. And then I would also probably try and get like a crossbow or something. Although I don't know how to shoot a crossbow, I imagine it wouldn't be that difficult to learn. Probably a lot less difficult than learning how to actually like shoot a bow and arrow, you feel? Although I would love to take an archery class just for that reason. I have been to the gun range, so I know how to shoot. And then I would also try to pick up another firearm, like a pistol or like a small assault rifle, probably. I would think an M16 would be best. M16s are my bae in Call of Duty. I used to love M14s, but I like that 3-round burst, baby. I'm such a loser. Then obviously you need food, so like canned foods. I would highly recommend a life straw. They're like these little straws that you can buy like at survivalist stores or whatever. It has like a filter on the inside, so it's a portable filter for your water, so you could drink from like a fucking swamp and you'd still be good. So obviously I think that would be very detrimental. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by my cat. She's coming to say what's up. What's good, girl? Obviously some temperature stable sleeping bags, like, you know, the ones that like can keep you protected up to like -40 or whatever, and they should be waterproof or water resistant and lightweight, because obviously if you're going to be traveling during this apocalypse, you're going to be carrying a bag and it's going to be full of like canned foods, your life straw, your weapons, and a blanket, and it's going to get super duper heavy really fast. Ah, she's biting me! Obviously, if you can invest in a nice, fancy, expensive survivalist bag, like camping, hiking bag, that like you can roll your sleeping attire into and it has like several compartments, that would be really good. Another thing that you shouldn't forget is obviously you're gonna need medication, so you want like anti-inflammatories, antibiotics, you're gonna want like gauze and like first aid type items, band-aids, strips of material if you have to like amputate somebody, a lighter or like 5, probably some rubbing alcohol. There are some really cool hacks. There was one I saw where you can use like the pop can tabs, you break it or like cut it in a way that it gets a hook, and then you can use it as a fishing hook. That's pretty cool. Honestly, I watched a video that was posted by the Richest channel a couple of days ago, and I was already planning on making this video, but then I saw that video and I was like, yes, I'm so in the mood now to actually like film this video. And I will link their video down below, but it's all like zombie apocalypse or apocalypse. That would be good for hiding out and stuff, and oh my god, it was so amazing. Chapstick can be used as a survival tool. Apparently it's good for wounds. See, I would want a backpack like this. You can put your gun in it and it's got like several compartments. Oh, another thing that you don't want to forget during the apocalypse is sunscreen. You don't want to get a sunburn. Nobody wants to be running with a sunburn, fuck that. Honestly, a lot of things depend on what climate you live in and what kind of zombies you're facing. If it's gonna be like a zombie that barely moves, like from Shaun of the Dead or The Walking Dead, the original Walking Dead, then you pretty much are good. But if it was running zombies, we'd be fucked. Hopefully we would live in a climate that is warm and doesn't get like ridiculously cold. Like I live in Canada and it gets ridiculously cold and I would for sure die of hypothermia. Also, it would be good to know if zombies can swim, because if they can't, I would just steal a boat. I would steal like one of those boats that's like not a yacht, but like not a speedboat. It's like a houseboat, has like cabins in the bottom, a couple bedrooms and like all that stuff. Because if they can't swim, then I would just sit in my boat all day and be like, adios motherfuckers, I'm good. And then you could just ride your fucking boat around to different ports, scavenge on land, and then go back to your fucking boat. And you could be like in warmer climates or like a decently good climate where you're not like gonna be freezing and you're not gonna be like sweating. It'll just be like nice and chill. Also, another good thing that I think would be great to take with you would be a crowbar, because you can hit people or zombies with the crowbar and you can also open things. It's a multi-use tool. Misc tip: always carry a pencil sharpener in your bag or survival kit. It can be used to sharpen sticks for use in arrows or gigs, and the shavings make an excellent tinder for fire starters. Also, have you seen those things that are like floating hammock tent things? Like, if zombies can't climb trees, fuck yeah! I feel like it would kind of be bad long term though, because what if you have to pee and you're surrounded by zombies? Do you just like piss yourself? Put a piece of string in a tub of Crisco and it will burn for up to 45 days. What? Also, have you ever seen the zombie apocalypse fortress homes on Pinterest? They are fucking amazing. There's one here of like a garbage truck and they've totally renoed the inside to make it habitable, but it's also, you can't get in. They also have like racks on the back for like dirt bikes and shit. Like, come on, man. Yeah. Also, diva cups to be brought along for the apocalypse, because ain't nobody got time to look for tampons and pads. And diva cups can just be like washed and stuff. Although I feel like if you don't have like a good way to wash the diva cup, you could probably get a really bad internal infection. I don't know. Lots to think about, guys. Lots to think about. Please tell me you would not want this frickin' house in the zombie apocalypse. Like, it's a house on top of a frickin' like random mountain island fucking thing. Like, huh. I want this one, the one that's like in Sweden, or I think it's Sweden. During the day, it looks like a normal modern concrete and glass house, and then you push a button and it turns into this fucking fortress. Like, I want that. please give it to me. I need a sugar nanny to get me a fortress. Also, you're gonna need like a pocket knife or utility knife, like one of those Swiss Army knives. In an emergency, a crayon will burn for 30 minutes. Yes. I think they also showed that in The Walking Dead, but it was like after I'd already discovered that. I'm pretty sure Carol lit a crayon on fire. I think so. Here's the fish hook thing. Fishing, man, fishing. Honestly, if I was rich, I would get like a nice house. It would be all normal, and then like my basement would be normal, and then there'd be like a door on one side of the basement, and it would be like this fucking bomb shelter that's like all under my house slash yard, and it would just have rooms for like family and friends, and like a common space area, a kitchen. It would have like a fucking thing that goes like to ground so that you could like cook and stuff, so you could have a fire and the smoke would go up, and then you would have like a watchtower where you like climb way up and you can like snipe and like look out for things from like up top. That would be like how you get in and out if you can't get in and out through like the basement, if it's like zombie infested and stuff. You have like a roll down ladder or something. I've got it all figured out, okay? Honestly, this video is getting way out of hand. It's been way too long already. Let me know down in the comments if this is like, if any girls think about this stuff too, or if it's just me being like extremely weird. And let me know, what would you need to go through an apocalypse, whether it be zombie or like a regular apocalypse, because you know, Trump is president. Let me know what would be detrimental to your survival. If you've got any cool tips, tricks, hacks, things like that, what your plan is, let me know. I would love to hear about them because honestly, I just love this stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button and let's be friends. And don't forget, I post all my social media links down in the description box below for you guys to check out. I recommend Snapchat because that's where I'm most active. Don't forget, you can also go check out that Pinterest board. I'll leave that link down below as well. And until next time, keep shining. Bye guys.